Hey, boo. Oh my gosh. How y'all doing today? Happy Wednesday, also known as Hump Day. Girl, when I tell you I am tired, okay? I'm not tired, I'm tired, okay? So, I'm tired and I'm hungry, okay? This day has been a lot, okay? So let's just start off like this. The reason why it's been a lot, not because my work day was stressful, because I did not get into work until late because my son, yesterday, I went to go pick my son up from football practice. And I'm parked, on the street, and the field is right there. And I see them helping, like two people on the side of one of the young boys, helping them to walk over to the bench, and they were limping. And I looked, and my son has like big hair. So when I saw the hair, I was like my heart like literally skipped a beat, okay? And I'm looking, and I'm like, oh my God, I think that's my son. So somebody had just came off the field and came around the gate, and I was like, is that, and I said my son's name, and they was like, yeah. And I was like, what happened? So they told me what happened. So my son, he was tackling somebody, and one of the other boys stepped on his foot with their cleats. So right in between his big toe and the toe next to the big toe. So let's say, so big toe, next toe, so right up in here, in between there. So this was yesterday evening, around 6:30, quarter to 7. So, all the coaches told me, ice it down tonight. And they said, because they said it's probably going to be swollen. So they said, ice it down tonight. And tomorrow, if it's still swollen and if he's still in pain, then you may have to go get him checked out. Okay, fine. Took him home, iced it down, did my little motherly, whatever I need to do. And so this morning, it was still swollen, and it was still hurting. So ended up taking him to the doctors. Now I didn't take him to the emergency room. I took him because the doctor's office was open. So I took him to the doctor's office, and because they take walk-ins at a certain time in the morning, and then again a certain time in the afternoon. So I took him to his doctor's office. They were like kind of booked, and I didn't know if it, they was just like trying to see who could see him because everybody's schedule was full and blah 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 blah. So the doctor, nurse, or whatever came out, and he said, being as though it was something that he did as far as football, he probably is going to need an X-ray. And at the clinic, they don't do X-rays there, but I figured they could look at it and tell me if he needed to go get an X-ray, or if they could, like I'm just doing the steps that I need to do. Let them look at it, and then if they say he need an X-ray, then they'll give me a referral, and I'll take him to the spot where they do the X-rays and stuff. So they were kind of, booked and blah, 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 blah. I said, well, okay. So they told me, so I was going to go ahead and take him to the emergency room since they were, whatever. Excuse me, y'all, but I'm tired and I'm hungry, girl. All I got in this office is some candy, girl. Some old candy. It's probably stale. Well, anyway, and thank goodness my wonderful husband is home cooking dinner. Thank God, because I had to, after I finished running around with my son, I had to come to work, but I had to come in here late. So my husband is home cooking. I cannot wait to go home to some fried chicken, some mashed potatoes, and some broccoli and cheese, because I'm hungry, okay? So the moral of the whole story is that they did the X-ray, and they couldn't really tell because they're not orthopedic doctors. So, they can tell some things on X-rays, but if they're not specialists in certain areas, they can't really, so then they're not orthopedic doctors. So they said it looks like it could be a fracture, but they're not exactly sure from looking at the X-rays. So they said, we're going to treat it like a fracture, But then we're going to send you to an orthopedic clinic to get it, I guess, get further and more depth images, or to get them to look at it and see if they can figure out exactly what it is, since they're orthopedic doctors. So they put a boot on, well, first they put the ice pack on there like I was doing at home. So he got this big black boot on, it's like, it comes midway up to his calf, and then he has crutches. So, and then ibuprofen for pain. So tomorrow, I'm going to have to call the orthopedic clinic and, get him an appointment. And the doctor told me that they'll get him in either the same day or the very next day, to get further, analysis. And they did give me, I'm going to show y'all what the boot looked like. I got all kinds of pictures. Here we go. This is what the boot looked like that he got. Yep, so that's what my son is in, along with some crutches. They did give me, let me see what they gave me. They gave me the x-ray that they took. Whoops, wait a minute, hold up. I can't have all my son's information on here now. Well, anyway, they gave, in this thing is a little CD, and it DVD of his x-rays, so that I can take it to the orthopedic clinic and they can look at it, and then if they need to take more x-rays or whatever they need to do, then they can do it. So that's how my day, that's how my evening went, and then that's how my day went, and I ended up coming in here late to do some work. So that's why I'm coming to y'all late, because I got in here and was busy. I said, I gotta come to y'all and say hi. And I'm sorry if I'm kind of, if it seems like I'm kind of, I don't know, off. It is, because I got a lot of things running through my mind right now. And I'm, I just got a lot of things going through my mind, and I'm trying to, anyway, and I'm trying to deal with y'all at the same time. Okay, so that was a heartbeat skipper for me yesterday evening. Okay, so today, while I was sitting in the doctor's office, I'm scrolling through my timeline, my channel feed, timeline, whatever. It shows the people that you're subscribed to. And why? Now, y'all know I talked about Big Cuz 52, also known as Kiana, and her daughter the other day. And for those of you who don't know, who are new, Big Cuz 52, also known as Kiana, she died in January of this year. Okay, so her channel popped up in my channel feed. And when I saw it, like, I literally froze, okay? It scared the living crap out of me, okay? Because once someone that's on YouTube dies, you don't generally see, from what I've seen, people don't generally continue to upload on the person's channel. So that totally scared the crap out of me. And when I clicked on it, it was her husband showing their little son Pootie riding a little motorcycle or whatever to that effect. So that was really good to see that, he's, doing okay, and, taking care of his son, and, and I was like, but that really, like, it scared the crap out of me. It made my heart skip a beat, and I was happy at the same time, but then it made me sad, because, it made me miss Kiana even more, knowing that I'm seeing her channel videos popping up on the screen. But I know when I click on it, I'm not going to see her. I don't, she has a wonderful husband, kid, and all, and I love seeing them, and I'm glad to know that they're coming along. But it just, like, I so want to see her. So that really bothers me that her channel is popping up in my feed, because it just really makes me miss her even more so. Okay, now, I did see the owner, when I was leaving, yesterday evening, when I was leaving, I saw the owner of the building, because I told y'all I got with maintenance man and let him know, like, the smoke detector is really beeping, okay, consistently and constantly. So I saw the owner yesterday, and I told him, you know, he was like, well, how? Because I hadn't seen him since I had did the little business transaction with him as far as getting my office space, paperwork, and all that kind of stuff. I hadn't seen him since then. And I think I moved in here, what, the last week of July? And this is what? Almost towards the end of August. So I hadn't seen him. And, you know, so he was outside, you know, pulling up weeds or doing whatever. You know how they got to keep the building up and all that kind of stuff. The grass and all that, you know, whatever. And, you know, I was like, oh, hi, how you doing? I haven't seen you since I, you know, moved in here. And he, you know, asked me how was everything going? Was everything okay? And I was like, everything is great. I said, the only one issue is that smoke detector that's right outside my office is constantly beeping. He was like, oh, okay, all righty. And I said, I told the maintenance man, but it hasn't been done yet, and it's very annoying. So he said, okay, no problem. I'm gonna make sure, you know, that today they get the battery and get it changed and all. He said, because I think it needs a battery. I said, yeah, generally when the battery get low, it starts beeping, which is really like a good sign to let you know you need to change it. But that thing will beep forever. Like I would think that eventually the battery would die, which is not a good thing, because then if you have a fire, you're not protected or you're not warned. But anyway, so I saw the owner, so that's going to get taken care of finally, okay? Now, let me tell y'all this real quick. When I left here, not last night, but the night before last, okay? I left, got in my car. It was dark. I think that was one of my late nights. I got in my car. Now, this is a habit that I have, and let me just give you this tip really quick. But this is a habit that I have. I don't know if it's because of where I'm from, because, you know, I'm from somewhere else, but that ain't where I'm at. But from where I'm from, which is one of the top 10 highest crime areas or whatever, Baltimore, Maryland. Now, granted, when I moved from Baltimore, I didn't live in Baltimore. I lived in Parkville, Maryland, which is the county. So I didn't actually live in Baltimore City. However, I've had my years in Baltimore City, and it's not even that far. It's not like the Baltimore City was like I'm way away from it, okay? So I'm basically just saying where I'm from, which is Baltimore. You know, you just tend to have a habit of making sure your windows is locked. You don't go to bed with your windows up. You don't leave the house with your windows up. You be kind of careful if you have a window air conditioner on the lower level. Even on the top level, you just got to be careful. Because that's just how it goes in Baltimore City. Like, they will take your air conditioner out your window to steal it. They will take your air conditioner out the window to either break in your house. You keep your doors locked because they will walk up in your house, okay? You keep your blinds and your windows, your blinds, your curtains, and your shades. When it get dark, shut your stuff up. Okay, this is how, when I was raised in Baltimore, this is how my family was. Like, we didn't play, okay? And I'm just so used to that. So now that I live out here in New York, this is not a high crime area. So I had to get used to the fact that these people out here don't lock their doors. I was almost irritated by it. Because whenever me and my husband would go visit either one of his cousins or one of his relatives or one of his friends, he would just walk in the house. Like, no knocking. You know where I'm from, you knock. You ring a bell, you knock, you call, you holler. You don't just, well, first of all, you can't just walk in because, doors stay locked. But out here, they don't lock their doors. You just literally just be walking in people's houses. And I'm like, what is up with that? And so, but I haven't adapted to that. So I still lock my doors. Like, I'm still on locking up everything, okay? But anyway, my point is, okay, and here's the tip before I tell y'all what happened on the parking lot the other night. As soon as I get in my car, as soon as my door shuts, I click the lock button, okay? Now, the way my car is set up, once you start your car and put it in drive, it automatically locks the door at that point. So if you forget to lock them, it's going to automatically lock once you put it in drive. But for me, the time between you getting in your car, getting settled, setting your pocketbook down, maybe setting your phone up, and then starting it and then putting it in drive, well, that's a few minutes in between there. And somebody can come and snatch you up out of there because, like I said, At one time in Baltimore, they had a really serious problem with carjacking. People would actually carjack you, like literally snatch your door open and make you either get out, make you move over, put a gun to your head and take your car or take you with them. Like I don't play that. So as soon as I get in the car and shut my door, my hand immediately hits the lock button. Okay? So thank God that that's what I did. Got in my car that night, okay? I wanted to plug my phone up to the car charger before I pulled off. I literally got in, shut my door, hit the lock button, bent over. It wasn't even 2 seconds. And when I lifted back up, it was literally a body standing directly in front of my window on the driver's side. So you can imagine how scared, like that shit scared the crap out of me. Now, the moral of the story, it was a lady, okay? She was out there asking for, what did that lady was asking for? I don't know, something she was asking for. But she scared the living crap out of me because I'm telling you, it was literally 2 seconds that I looked away. And I looked back and she was there. And I was like, thank God my windows was up. Thank God I immediately locked my door. Because even though it was a woman, but still, I don't trust women or men. Because nowadays, you know, they figure most women are probably leery of men at nighttime, especially if they wearing hoodies and stuff. So they'll put women up to it because you feel like you feel less threatened if it's a woman. If you walking down the street at night, say like if you get off the bus and you walking down the street to go home, you don't feel as threatened if it's a woman. If you walking this way and if you see a woman or two coming towards you, you don't feel as threatened as opposed to a man. But now I heard that as far as these terror groups and stuff, they are radicalizing women now. And I heard that they have 600 women on board that would be willing to go out and bomb, you know, like those bombers and those terror people. They have 600 women that have joined the group because we already leery of the men. So they got these women and they're going to have them posing as pregnant women. But they're not going to be pregnant. They're literally going to have bombs underneath of the, you know, they wear the drapes and stuff. Or if I'm saying the wrong name, I'm not trying to be funny. You know what they wear, the long dresses, and they cover themselves up. And if, you know, you might think that they're pregnant. But just beware. And I ain't even trying to scare nobody. I'm just letting you know what I heard on the news the other night. 600 women they already pulled into the group that would be willing to look like they're pregnant and have a bomb under this. So I don't trust nobody, women or men. But that lady scared the crap out of me. So, tip to the wise, lock your doors immediately. Soon as you get in, hit that lock button. Because it takes a hot second for somebody to walk right up to your car. I'm telling you, it was literally 2 seconds. And that woman's whole body. And I jumped so bad that it scared her. When I looked at her, her eyes was this big. Because I scared the crap out of her because of the way I reacted. And she scared the crap out of me. Okay? So, yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know. I wanted to give y'all that tip. So if this cut off, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really done. I just wanted to come on here and say hi. I'm going to keep going. But if it cut off, I apologize. But truly, I'm done with this video because it's 18 minutes long. But I do want to thank y'all. I was telling y'all about Shades of the Sunset, and I was telling y'all to let me know because I told y'all I saw something on TV where I thought it was Jermaine Jackson's son, and I wasn't sure if that was him on there with his baby mother or Asha from the show. Coming to find out, Asha, this is her first pregnancy. She doesn't have any children. This is a different son on Shades of the Sunset. And I also found out that the reason why I have not seen him on the show is because he does not want to be shown on the show. The other son that I was talking about, where I said he was having issues with his girlfriend and they were in counseling and he seemed like he was gay, somebody said that was Tito's son. And that was Ayanla Fix My Life that I was watching because I couldn't figure out what I was watching. So that was 2 different sons. So I thank y'all for bringing me that information, okay? Tamar Braxton, somebody let me know that was a prank. They said that the ultrasound or the sonogram had chicken wings or chicken thighs or drumsticks underneath of it. It was just like a fake, kind of funny type of a thing. So she's not pregnant, and I thank you for letting me know that, okay? And also, what else was I trying to let y'all know? And I thank y'all for, I don't know, y'all. Okay. But anyway, let me just give y'all a good little quote that I need for the day. Solid women don't crumble. Okay. So that's my quote of the day. I'm a solid woman. I'm not going to crumble because I had it like, oh my God, today has just been, oh God. But girl, we gonna hang in there, and it's still a beautiful day in Zamunda. Hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, and girl, bye.